So, there are stories we tell because they scare us, and stories we tell because we can't explain them. Well, thankfully for all of you listening, tonight's story is kind of a bit of both. A witness and their friend were driving down a quiet, rural road. No lights, no traffic, no reason to feel afraid until something appeared in the headlights. A figure, human shaped, and standing dead center in the lane.
You know what? Nah, fuck that. We're done. We're already done with this fucking episode. Turn around, just go home. Episode's done. It's over.
Well, I mean, I'm assuming that's kind of how they felt because they slammed on the brakes, but it was too late. They felt the impact. They even heard it. They saw the body collapse under the front of the car, except there was no body, no blood, no broken glass, no damage, not a thing. It's as if nothing actually even happened. So tonight, we explore one of the most chilling witness accounts posted online, the ghost that walked into the headlights and vanished. Now, the witness described the road as rural, narrow, and empty. So that means no homes, no streetlights, no traffic, nothing. Just two friends driving at night.
That must fucking suck, dude. Imagine having to drive that, and imagine if it's like a daily commute for you. You're like, oh, we gotta drive down the fucking abandoned road where there's no houses or lights or anything. We have a couple of roads like that pass through like the reservation, but that's the freeway though. I mean, like I get that at certain points there's no like lights or anything, but those roads always feel like they're from like another world or some shit.
Oh no, they do. When I worked at the mines, the road leading up to that was a back road and no lights on it, no nothing, and it was a good probably 3 to 4 mile long road.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. That fucking back road that crosses through like the back of the reservation from like straight from the mines down this way.
No, it's a different one. So if you were to get off the freeway at Pima Mine Road, I don't know if you've ever been to the Discovery Center, but you go right and then it's your first left. And that's like where you can go and do the mine tours and shit like that. But if you keep going past that and follow it down for, the 3 to 4 miles, that takes you to South Mill, which is just the mill out in the middle of fucking nowhere, which in and of itself, there was some creepy shit there. But yeah, that road, very interesting one.
Yeah, there's a back road I got to show you that would be interesting to do like at night, like a night drive, because I think it's maybe like 5 miles where it's just like desert. It's like winding roads and it's like tight turns and all that. But it'd be fun to just do that drive with just the EMF reader or a spirit box going.
I'd be down to do that or, just stop and do a random EVP session with the 360 recorder.
Well, I don't know about that because it's still just like a road and it doesn't have any pull offs or anything. But it's creepy, dude. It's creepy. Like the further you go in, there's like no houses and there's no lights whatsoever.
I mean, I'm down. We got that camcorder that has the night vision, the one that actually uses tape. It does have a memory card slot. I just haven't gotten one for it because it's a different type.
Fuck it, dude. Let's do it.
Hell yeah, I'm game. And it would be kind of like it was for them. It was just conversation and darkness until everything changed. So I don't know if this would happen to us or not, but the figure just appeared instantly. One moment, the road was empty. The next, a man stood in their lane. No time to react. They hit the brakes. The car made impact, but there was nothing there.
That would be fucking insane, dude. Because if you imagine just driving like at night and then out of nowhere, like this person appears in front of your car, you hit them and then you get off and then you're like, oh shit, where's the body? Where's the blood? And there's nothing there, dude. Honestly, if I think I hit someone, I'm done. Like, these people lived it, dude, and then they found nothing. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, I've seen it in movies, but I've never experienced it. I mean, again, like you were saying, just nothing, no tracks, no body, not even disturbance in snow, dust, pavement, anything, just nothing at all. I mean, in their own words, a ghost-like figure that looked like a man got smacked by oncoming traffic and disappeared.
Nah, no, I'm never sleeping again.
Yeah, that'd be something that would trick your brain because in your mind you just hit and killed somebody. I mean, especially on back roads, a lot of
Yeah.
them are, like 55. So if you hit someone going 55,
Yeah, they turn into fucking, that's a blood mist right there. Cause that's going pretty fucking fast.
well, I mean, I didn't see, I had
I was about
heard
to say, you
about,
confessing to something?
no, I had heard about it from an eyewitness account in Oregon when I lived there. Someone had wanted to end themselves. So they walked onto the freeway in the middle of traffic and they got hit, and that was 55. And yeah, it was just body parts. There was nothing to identify. It was pretty brutal. So I can imagine where the mind would go.
Yeah, I would, if there's no body, my first instinct would be check like under the car. Cause like, hey, maybe the car hit them and they're like doing the Cape Fear thing where they're like hanging off the bottom of my car.
Oh, yeah.
But then if there's nothing there, I'd be like, ah, right, this is a fucking setup.
Yeah.
There's somebody hiding in the bushes
Yeah. Need to get the fuck out of here before something bad happens.
for the booty bandit strike.
Yeah, you never fucking know these days what the fuck is out there going on. But the crazy thing is this phenomena actually appears worldwide. So I'll let you go ahead and do the first explanation of a similar case.
So the first case we have is the Resurrection Mary in Chicago. Drivers pick her up, she vanishes, others think they hit her. Nobody's ever found. Classic road ghost energy.
And that seems to be a lot of it is there's always some lady, be it in a dress or old-timey clothes, that's either on the side of the road trying to get a ride or something else. I mean, look at this one. And this is in the Philippines, so I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing it right, but the White Lady of Ballet Drive. So she appears in headlights, sometimes hit, but the same thing. When people get out to check and see, what happened, if they need to call 911, whatever emergency services are there, there's never anything found afterward.
Yeah, dude, the same thing. Bluebell Hill Phantom in the UK. Impact without injury or even a body.
Jesus. And that one's super similar to the one that we're covering. I mean, look at Route 66 is pretty famous for phantom walkers, shadow figures running across the highway. And I believe people have actually driven into them and noticed that they went right through. Because I believe a couple of those stories that I've heard, the people would look in their rearview mirror and the person is still standing where they would have quote unquote hit them at.
Yeah. And then just our final one is Japan's Onari Road Spirit. The spirit reenacts the moment of its death. And I think we've actually seen a video of that one where that's that the semi truck driver. He's going and then she walks out in front of like the semi and he tries to hit the brakes and he like he would slam into her and then he looks around and nothing.
Oh yeah, when he called the authorities, gave like the dash
Uh-huh.
cam footage. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think there's even been one of those or two of those here in the US too. Shit's crazy.
Dude, but imagine if you're driving and then looks like you hit the person and then you're like, oh my God. You look in the rearview mirror and they're sitting in your car behind you. Yep.
I've I would be absolutely fucking terrified. I would stop and get the fuck out. But I've actually heard stories of that happening.
I'd be like, nah, sorry, Playboy, this is your car now.
Just get out, shut the car off, take the keys and run. Yeah,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's nuts. But
Yeah.
each of these stories shares all of the same core traits. I mean, they all suddenly appear, they perceive some sort of impact or collision with said person or, whatever they see, and then just disappearance. It's fucking gone. Like, what do you do in that situation? How do you keep your wit? How do you keep, your mind at ease? How do you kind of keep composure in that situation?
Honestly, dude, I don't think you can. Because if, like, it's already a terrible thing. Like, if you think you hit somebody and then
Yeah.
you're just like, fuck, it's like, I killed somebody. I fucking just killed somebody. Then you get out and there's nothing there. You start thinking, like, shit, am I losing my mind? It's like, no, because I felt the impact. And, like, there's got to be, and then you got to, like, some people I would assume, like, start looking around, like, the area for, like, a body. Like, maybe I fucking launched it or something. And then to not find any evidence of anything, that would, I feel like that would haunt you for a minute.
Oh yeah. No, it definitely would. I mean, it's one of those things where all you can do is really be terrified. I mean, the witnesses in this case were terrified. They got back inside the car, shaking, confused, and unsure what to do. And I can't say I'd react any differently.
Yeah, dude, honestly, the guilt sticks. Even if nothing happened, your brain tells you it did. It it that's the crazy part about your mind. It's so powerful, but yet you can't get out of your own like psycho loop in that because that is something that nobody would be able to walk away from without being like, "Oh shit." Like that's crazy. Like that's something that your brain would replay over and over and over and over again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, think about when you have, a near miss when people are driving like idiots and, they almost cause you to smash into them or they almost hit you. Like your mind doesn't go out of that hyper aware mode for a while. Oftentimes you can even be home and you're still kind of getting out of your car and hyper fucking aware of everything that's around you.
Yeah, dude, and it kind of becomes like second nature, like a reflex or something, because there's a road through the reservation, like in the dark, where like I drive still, and I almost got crashed into by a fucking Jeep there. And even when I'm driving there, like out of force of habit, my body makes me slow down, like even slower than the speed limit, and then just like slowly drive around that because I still have that like instinct, like reaction, like instant kind of like my body goes into like, hey, slow down here, go slower even though like nothing happened. Like I almost got hit and this was like years ago. So I still have like the reflex. So imagine if somebody goes down that road and like, oh, I hit somebody. Like, do you think their body would like instantly go into that as well?
Oh, yeah. I mean, one thing that remains true is the mind hates the unexplained. It's if it has and can't find no logical explanation for what just happened, it's what I could picture, having like acute memory loss or some shit being like your mind just goes over and over trying to figure shit out and can't make sense of anything. And it seems like you just get more and more confused and disorientated and just kind of thrown the fuck off until, I mean, I know when I've had something like that happen where I escaped a fucking wreck because I was paying attention when others weren't, like it took up until me going to sleep that night and waking up the next day and finally being like, okay, I'm still alive. Shit's okay. That could have been worse. Thank God I pay attention.
Yeah, for sure, dude, for sure.
And, there's a couple things to think about. Like, are there any rational explanations for it? Like, could it have been an optical illusion? Although that's highly unlikely for two witnesses to see the same optical illusion because everybody's mind perceives things differently. And then you have the possibility of maybe a misidentified animal, is what some people have speculated, but it doesn't match the shape. They're not going to say, oh, yeah,
Skinwalker.
and yeah, well, yeah, maybe that.
Skinwalker,
But
they hit a Bigfoot.
yeah, those are really the only two it could be because they're not going to be like, oh, well, maybe it was a cow. No, a cow doesn't stand up on two fucking legs. Could it be, maybe a hallucination? I mean, shared hallucinations do happen, but they're, from anything that I've seen, extremely fucking rare. Like, I haven't heard of that happening
Yeah, for
in
sure.
a long time.
It's a very niche phenomenon.
Yeah. And then there's, of course, a real human, but there was no evidence left behind. If they would have hit somebody, that car wouldn't have been fucking moving. It would have been totaled.
They hit somebody and they hit the evidence. They're like, yeah, it was a ghost.
Yeah. I mean, that would have been possible minus, their car had no damage or anything to it. So I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
that's
hard to
fair.
say. And then, you can go to the paranormal side, which is it a residual haunting, which for those of you who don't know what that is, that's oftentimes what quite a bit of hauntings are, where the spirit that's there just basically plays out its last moments on repeat. So if it was someone that, say, had dementia and wandered into the road and got hit and killed by a car, that's what keeps happening over and over and over. And it's not like the next one, which is an intelligent haunt or intelligent apparition, where those are the ones that when you're doing EVPs or asking like, hey, can you manipulate this object? Can you get this, EMF device to go off? Can you speak into this spirit box, this device that'll respond intelligently and kind of know what's going on? They know they're dead. And then you have a crisis apparition, which is typically like super stress induced. And there's some other factors that go into effect, but we might actually have to do that in a whole separate episode as to what a crisis apparition is, because I don't think we've ever delved into that.
No, I don't think that's been something we've actually touched on.
Well, there you go. That might be a topic for next time then. And then there's the one that has a ton of controversy around it and a ton of conspiracies around. Could it have been a time slip? Someone on a different timeline phasing through basically the two realities in different timelines, blending for a minute and then separating again.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to say what it could be. What I would most likely think is probably just some kind of residual haunting, like a ghost with unfinished business, or just something like because when you get hit by something and you die, it's not a peaceful ending.
Not
It's
at all.
violent, and I would assume that would leave like negative energy in the area. So I think that's probably what this is. I think it's literally that. I think that that's just what it is, man. I think it's just energy that's being left there, and it got displaced from going wherever it needed to go. So it just keeps popping up and coming back and showing up again and again and again, because it's always in the same spot or like little area, and it always does the same thing.
Yeah, I could see him definitely being residual haunts where, unfortunately the way the person went out just kind of trapped them in that repetition. And I mean, it's tough to say what causes a residual haunt versus an intelligent haunt, because from my studies, I've never read anything that had even a possible explanation as to what causes the different kinds of apparitions or spirits,
Yeah.
demons, whatever you want to call them.
I don't know. I think the only thing that would really separate that as like a residual haunting would be like the ghost is trapped in a loop. Like, hey, like it's I just to like make it sound like it makes sense. It's trapped in a loop. Like it's reliving the same thing over and over and over. Like, oh, I got to cross the road. Boom, car. Then again, I got to cross the road. Boom, car. But I feel like an intelligent apparition is something that's there doing this on purpose. Like, oh, if I appear here, it's going to scare the shit out of this person. It's going to crash.
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I think that's what the difference would be. And it sounds more than not, these don't have the intention to make people crash. It's just they appear, car, disappear.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So those are the perfect difference in what they are. But I mean, like, what creates them. So what, like, I don't think there's ever been anything discovered that goes, oh, if a person dies this way, they're going to be an intelligent spirit versus, oh, if a person dies this way instead, then it's going to be a residual spirit.
Maybe just like intent. Because maybe like a residual haunt is somebody who accidentally got killed. Like, oh, I think I can make it cross the road. And their foot slips and then they get hit by something, as opposed to like an intelligent apparition. They'd be like, oh, well, I'm going to kill myself just to make it somebody else's problem, or I'm going to kill myself. And I don't know. Like you said, there is no proof behind what causes each of these. But in my mind, I feel like that's what would probably separate them, because the intelligent one, from what I know, it seems a little bit, I don't want to say malicious, but it seems more with a purpose.
Yeah.
Whereas a residual haunt, I think it's just like circumstance, like, hey, I died here, I'm stuck here, so this is basically what I have to do.
Yeah, we might have to do shit. I think we have a couple episodes we got to do now. The crisis apparition, and maybe delving in more and seeing if there have been attempts at studies done or anything on what creates the difference, or just a super in-depth explanation so people kind of know with, more examples of some cases of the different style haunts. That way people can kind of grasp that extreme difference in them, because they are quite a bit different. I've experienced residual haunts, and we've both experienced intelligent haunts, and I definitely think intelligent is way more terrifying.
Yeah, For sure. The for sure, man. I would rather deal with the ghost that's just living its life or afterlife. Is that a bad pun? My bad.
No, I don't think so.
I don't want to be insensitive to ghosts.
No, definitely not. We have a vast, I don't want to say fascination because I think that kind of sounds weird, but interest in the paranormal. So we also
Yeah.
have a deep respect for it.
Yeah, if you say fascination, it sounds like we have a ghost kink.
No, no, definitely not. I don't get off on the shit. I just
Don't worry,
haven't.
bud. We're gonna catch you that Patrick Swayze ghost.
Roadhouse.
No, it's talking about ghosts where he sits behind you and helps you make pottery.
Oh yeah, I don't know how to make pots.
Well, you're gonna learn, dude. He's gonna teach you while Unchained Melody plays in the background. He's gonna give
That
you
would
slow
be,
neck kisses.
oh god, that would be terrifying. I
Yeah.
would much rather it be a time slip.
I don't know how people track a time slip and like you wait for an anomaly and then throw an Apple Air tag into it.
Basically.
We are not prepared for time slip investigations.
No, but that might also be an interesting conspiracy topic for another day.
For sure, dude. For sure. But I mean, back to the story, man. Just like to me, the disappearing body is kind of like what pushes everything over the edge. Like people don't just vanish, man. Like they gotta go somewhere.
Yeah. Yeah. If it was a real person, there would be a body or something left behind. I mean, the witness said to this day, I have no idea how to explain it.
I mean, you can't, dude. It's kind of hard to explain. I mean, whatever that thing was, it stepped into the headlights for a reason.
Yeah. Maybe, they were talking and he wasn't focused enough on the road, and maybe it was a spirit there to save him from meeting the same fate he did on that road. Like, hey, pay more attention so you don't run into an actual person.
Yeah. Or maybe it was just something appearing there to try to get them to veer off course. That's the thing with spirits like this, we never really know. We don't know what their intention is. We don't know what the purpose is. They could be malicious or they can be helpful, and that's just where it's kind of hard to draw the line on what's what.
Yeah, with the paranormal, you truly never know. And some encounters don't offer answers. But this has been Tales from Helheim.
And remember, if something appears in your headlights, pray it's alive. Bye.